Properties, properties, mic, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You should be able to hear me now. Let's go run over to my live stream setup here. Testing, testing. Okay. You should be able to hear. Oh, don't echo. Don't do that. Ooh. Okay. I don't know why though. It seems to be echoing. I think it's okay. I think it's okay now. So, let's start that over. It is just me today. Angie is suffering from a migraine. Hi! And I was talking about how I really relate to that because, and this is going to sound a little bit dark, but I have suffered from migraines to the point of having like suicidal thoughts. Like they hurt so bad to the point that I just don't, like I don't know how to deal with them. To deal with them, basically. So that is, it had a bad echo sound. Yeah. Is it okay now? I think it's okay now. So anyways, I told Angie like, hey, our dolls are going to meet up next week because I really know how it is when it comes to migraines. And it sucks when you suffer from them and you take, you take everything, your neck and shoulders aren't even that tight. Or you massage your neck and shoulders, you do the Epsom salt bath, you do the magnesium, you do everything, and nothing helps. And so I really, really understand that, and I really relate to that. The whole purpose of this live stream was to show that anybody can do a doll face up. So last week we worked on the eyes. I worked on a few face ups. I'm gonna go and grab them. I'm gonna pause what's in the bottom left corner here to this side of me. I'm just gonna pause this. These are face ups. And we have a video clip from Violeta Dolls. So thank you so much, Violeta Dolls. If you guys don't know, Violeta Dolls is a doll customizer that does face ups, sculpting, an amazing pull-up doll customizer. And if your Instagram, I believe, is the same user as your user here. So if you want to go and have a look at Violeta Dolls, this is your Instagram handle, right? On Instagram, please do go have a look and see how amazing Violeta Dolls' dolls are. I also wanted to share there is a pull-up doll literal giveaway. So this is the link to it. Angie is doing a giveaway on OmochaCrush Instagram. So that is the link to that. All you have to do is go like, follow, comment, and you could get a pull-up Cassie, who's actually on my list, but I actually wouldn't want to win the giveaway. I would really love for someone else to win the giveaway. You know what? I'm really scared. It's an honor to get these clips from you. And Violeta, you really should upload these clips to your YouTube channel so that, because I know in the last live stream we were like chatting a bit, and it would be nice for people to just watch the video back on a playback. But yeah, I didn't link this live stream anywhere on social media, so I'm just gonna see if anybody else wants to come and hang out. I'm gonna borrow my phonesy here. So I've got the art station. We're just gonna So how's it going, Richard, Violeta? How are you guys doing today? What is going on in the doll hobby for you guys? Then I'm gonna grab my face plates and such. So let's see if anyone wants to come and buggy. Oh my goodness, tripod world is so annoying. I just can't even. Um, I actually ended up. I'll just pull it up and show you. I ended up I ended up taping this one tripod. You really get what you pay for, though. I bought this tripod. This tripod was like $40, and you really do get. You really do get what you pay for. So I'm gonna go and grab the face ups that I did. I want to show. I want to show. Where is the one? This one and this one. I should have grabbed them all on the get-go. But let's go ahead and show. Da, 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 da. I am gonna try today. It is gonna be scary, but we are gonna try the bottom eyelashes. Eyelashes! Come hang in the live. Okay. I'm scared right now because I think for bottom eyelashes that is probably my nemesis when it comes to Pullip Doll face ups. Oh, who am I kidding? Everything is a nemesis when it comes to Pullip Doll face ups. But yeah, I think that I do want to, you know, give it more effort. There we go. There we go. And you know, give it a little bit of a better try. So I did try. I will show you. I worked on some face ups earlier this week, and I did try to do some bottom lashes, but these are literally just with pencil crayon. And it's with brown and black, very sharpened pencil crayon. Just pull back there and I can focus on it. So I think it's okay, but I do like the look of the acrylic paint. I do have a couple things here that I'm hoping will help me out that I've seen in a few YouTube videos. I've got the high flow additive, flow aid additive, and then I've got this high flow acrylic, and as suggested by Violeta Dolls, who suggested this to me quite some time ago, I have the nail art brushes. Ooh, the washing machine's really loud. I'm just gonna close this door. Last week we did eyebrows and we did some eyeliner. I did this more of like an anime style, but Violeta Dolls had some video clips in the last live stream with tutorials on the eyebrows. I didn't end up drawing in any eyebrow lines on this girl, so this is just with the soft pastel. But I got to fooling around this past week with some more face ups so that next week, when we're working on the blush and the eyeshadow, I kind of used a couple different brushes so that I could remember and see which brushes kind of worked best for me, different techniques, you know, different mistakes, things that I ran into. So I feel like I have a little bit more knowledge now to share and background to share with the face ups. But again, I am just really not a professional. I've really just only started this last year. So there's a few things, but I'm sure there's a million more things to practice and learn. Flow Aid is good with the golden. Make sure you mix water into the Flow Aid. It's more of a concentrated liquid that has to be diluted with water to get a lot more form from it. Okay, with water. So I am going to go and get a little bit of water. Thank you for the tip. I actually just have these little, you know, they come with like children's medicine. They're like these little measuring cups. So I'm gonna put a little bit of water in one of them. All right. All right. I don't know. Here we go. So let's go ahead and watch Violeta's clip now. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I'm almost scared. Eyelashes. And we got the audio up. Okay. So let's start this over. Here we go.
Oh. The way that I do my lower lashes is using a very tiny nail art brush that I personally also cut and watered down acrylic.
Monitor and output. Oh my gosh. And then it echoes. I don't know why it does that. Advanced audio properties.
I don't know that.
April Yolande microphone. Okay. No, we don't want that. Oh. ArtStation. I think you can hear me now. What I was saying with I gotta get this audio figured out. What I was saying with this girl was that I used dark brown and then I did a black, like straight line in the very middle of the dark brown to give it dimension. And then I also did some very light, kind of like nude colored pencil crayon with the brown to kind of add some dimension there. So that was not shown in the last live stream, and I just wanted to mention it here. What I'm really wanting to aim for today is using the paint brushes, the nail art brushes, and trying to practice just some very light strokes. Kittison Dolls, which I have one of their doll face-ups, their eyelashes are so light and look so natural, and the eyebrow hair strokes, and I don't know how they do it, but I am going to turn myself down again because I think I need to have my volume down in order to hear the audio of Violeta Dollz' clip. So I'm going to
The way that I do my lower lashes is using a very tiny nail art brush that I personally also cut and watered down acrylic. The way that I do my lower lashes is using a very tiny nail art brush that I personally also cut and watered down acrylic paint and use a very light hand to quickly create like little lines or strokes to create the lash. In terms of lash pattern, you can go look around on other people's and study how they do their lash patterns. Mine is quite a variable pattern where it's like short, long, short. I can do like a tip or like an X or like a split and then repeat the pattern. But whatever pattern of lash you like, that just depends on what you like. But definitely keep practicing. I also find a lot of difficulty in lashes. As you see, I cut down a lot of my videos, but I have repeatedly redone these lashes. The best way to like perfect your lashes, just keep practicing, keep trying. If you don't want to redo it on your doll, you can always do it on a piece of paper. Just create lines and strokes. Like use the very tip of your brush or your pencil. Make sure it's sharp because to ensure sharpness for pencils, keep sharpening it. For brush, make sure you clean out your brush so none of the old paints get in the way of the new paint coming through the fibers of the brush. So it's consistently, the paint will come out very consistent. The way that I do my lower lashes is using a very tiny.
You're sculpting? I realized I had my mic down. Oh, it's echoing again. Gotta turn my volume down. Your sculpting is so cute. Oh my goodness. Like, wow. I am just so blown away by your sculpting skills. Like, oh my god, goals. Yeah, I realized with some of my face-up videos too, there was um literally so much erasing in a lot of my face-up videos. I am an erasing queen. But yeah, it looks like you're barely touching the faceplate. So I'm gonna try this here. I'm really scared, but I gotta just. Sorry, I'm like in full gremlin mode today. It's Sunday. Let's do bottom eyelashes. Then we'll glue in the eye chips after. We'll glue in the eye chips after. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get a good little light, a little spotlight on here. The tip, okay. How's that? That's good. I have another light. Oh my goodness, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Oh, hey, welcome. I was saying earlier that Angie has a terrible migraine, and I told her, do not push yourself to come because I suffer from migraines, and they are the worst. And so Violeta gave some good tips. Did you start Kit Kat on your face up at all? Have you done anything yet with your face up? Yeah, I'm a little bit scared. I'm scared to embark on this journey here. So I do need, after I sealed this little girl's face, sometimes when you seal the face, like these little, just kind of like specks of dust kind of get in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly sand them off. See, like there's one on her chin there. I do have something that I wanted, like kind of like a pattern. So Violeta talked about a pattern, and I do have a pattern that I want to do. I also brought my ruler. Oh my goodness, you had one earlier? Oh my goodness. Did it go away? Yeah, please don't force yourself today either. I know all about migraines, and honestly, if I had a terrible migraine today too, I probably would have bailed out. I probably would have bailed out. Freckles! Oh my goodness. Did you do freckles with acrylic paint or with um, pencil? Pencil. I usually do pencil. I've done the method with the toothpick and the acrylic paint, but I always just feel so much more confident using pencil crayon instead of acrylic paint. I'm just scared of acrylic paint. I'm gonna go ahead and put some gloves on. I'm just lollygagging here. And some naps. Okay. Gouache. Okay. Gouache paints. Do they come in like a high flow version, or are they thick? Was there like a particular reason why you chose those paints over any other paints? I kind of just like, one YouTube video told me about golden and I saw it at Michael's, so I just thought, okay, this is easy to use. So let's go ahead and put a couple drops of this, the high flow aid additive. I've got some paper towel here to just kind of dry my hands. Thin down and splatter. Cam dab with towel to blend. Oh, splatter. Oh yes, I have seen that in a YouTube video. Oh, I'm scared of that. They're opaque watercolors. Oh, so they wipe right away off like watercolor pencil. Oh, opaque watercolors. So there's new things to try all the time. Oh, I just poured that. I don't know if that was 3 or 4 or 5 drops, but I guess I'm just gonna find out here. I guess I'm doing the hardest part first. How do you feel, Kit Kat, about bottom lashes? How do you feel about bottom lashes? I personally, I don't feel very confident, but okay. Put like 3 drops in there. I didn't really measure anything, but I have a brand new Faceup here because the other ones are a different style. I want to see your face up right now. Maybe you could DM me a picture on I can put in my email if you want. You don't have to, like, literally no obligations. But this is my email. If you want to send a pic, I can just pop it into the stream here. I try a few in the bottom outside corners. Okay. I totally would do that too, like the bottom outside corners. I remember when I first started face ups, I would literally just do like a little line here, and then it would like come out a bit like this on the corner, and then that would be the bottom eyeliner. Okay. So let's go get a toothpick and mix this up. I am notorious for the sound problems. I'm gonna get it right one day. Okay. Oh my gosh. I just splattered on myself. Scared. I'm scared. I'm doing it. Okay. I have this, so the thing is with the fibers is like they seem to like just kind of lose shape like immediately. I already used this one once. So I do have a plan. I did want to go at a 45-degree angle out. That was the plan. And I'm going on my knee here. I wanted to go at a 45-degree angle outwards. Coming a bit closer here. Let's try this. Violeta, I'm scared. It looked like you were barely touching. Okay, so if I'm being really technical here, I'm reaching towards the highest part of the cheekbone. Oh. I think you can barely see that. Let me turn this down. Can you see that? It's not really a straight line though. Oh, it doesn't look. Oh, no. I think this brush, yeah, I can see it. The fibers on this brush don't seem to be like put together all the way. We need a magic eraser bit. Got some bits of magic eraser here. First eyelash stroke, and I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I don't want it too wet now. A little bit wet. Just dry that off. I'm turning this. I don't think I need that lighting. Maybe this is too much lighting. Let's turn this down altogether. Need maybe a little bit of shadow. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna wet this. I have my little thing of water. I'm gonna wet. Okay. I'm dipping in the paint again. Let's try this again. Oh. Okay, I did a little crisscross thing, but it's not really what I had in mind, and it's reaching more down than it is at the 45. It's not what I wanted. It's definitely not what I wanted. This is probably way too wet. This is too hard. I don't think I might not be cut out for this. I just find it's so hard to control the brush. It's like I make a stroke and suddenly my brush stroke is doing its own thing. Let's try the other way. I usually have the head turned upside down, but I'm going to try this way now. Okay. Not quite the shape I'm going for. I want to show you this shape. No. I really like the type of bottom lashes on Pullip that I've seen, where if this is the eye shape, you know, if this is the eye shape, then I think it's something like this. So what I just did here was I did this and then I did this, which came straight out. So what I need to do, if this is the bottom, the tear line of the eye, is I need to make more of this triangular shape, not this. Maybe. Whew. What's a D&D mini? Detail brushes. Better control. Can't quite get the hang of that super long liner. Yeah, I think this super long liner, I was actually really curious about the Dolphy Dream brushes that are on the Volks website. I was actually very curious about those as well. But I don't know, I'm struggling. It could just be a brush thing. And what might end up happening is just going into an anime style for this face up. But I am trying. I am trying today. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, yes. There is actually a store at the mall for Warcraft, and they probably have some really good brushes there. You turn the head in 4 different directions. Okay. Total. This one's really long. I might go ahead and try this shorter brush, but I'll give this one more chance here. I think my paint's not strong enough. Yeah, no, I have 0 control. I guess I shouldn't say 0, but I don't have a lot of control with this brush. The other one that I have is a bit shorter, so I'm gonna give that one a try, but if I'm not successful, I may have to say goodbye. I'm gonna pour out some of this solution. I think it's a little too watery. Just poured some of that out. Yeah, so thank you for that. Now I'm gonna make a little venture to the mall. It's always nice shopping for things in person. Like, yes, I get it. You can get some things for a really good price online, like on AliExpress. And I'm sure these Volks brushes are actually really good too, but I want a short hair. I want a short brush that's a detail brush that's really thick so that I feel like I have more control. So this brush is a little bit shorter, but it's still pretty thin. And we're gonna try again. No, that just looks like a blob. Since I'm gonna erase that, I'll just try again. I feel like once you get the actual brush tip on this little groove of the eye, it kind of, changes the brush. So really getting the very, like Violeta said, the very tip of the brush, and then not getting on the tear duct line, but really truly starting right at the line. Okay. That one went way better. Okay. Yeah. So you can see the 3 different ones there. This one, I kind of like had my brush on this part of the eye. And then I came down and it made that, it kind of curved it kind of changed the shape of the brush of where I was going. But this very last one here, I made sure that I was at the very tip of the brush and I didn't go you know, on the actual tear duct line. And I just, oop. Eee. Just wetting this brush so that it. A company that makes one called The Psycho Detailer. Oh, I am looking that up. Thank you. Girl, I mean, we learning from you right now. Thank you for being a part of this stream and adding your information and guidance to this stream because we can all use. Here I am saying anyone can face up, but we can all use assistance with the face up front. And I think with the right brushes, you know, we can achieve the things that we want to achieve. Erasing all the things. I gotta get in here a little bit closer. Do you guys ever find you kind of erase off too much sealant and then you gotta reseal because suddenly the face is like shiny again? That's why I don't prefer to erase so much, but sometimes you just gotta do it. I'm just gonna, I think the magic eraser, from my experience, leaves behind a residue. So I try to just make sure that that residue is totally off of the face. I am so paranoid about residue because when residue is dried on there and then you put the soft pastel for the blush or the eyeshadow, it just messes up. Are you using it sideways or laying down parallel to surface? I feel like with your hands, where are your hands? I feel like your hands are like this. Okay, maybe going this way. It looks like you're going this way. I'm gonna try that way now. Okay, the very tip of the brush. Is that a line that I didn't erase fully? Come on now. Come on now. I feel like you can just, oops, you can see all the things. Let's try this again. I'm gonna start on the left and then I'm gonna do the right side one. Oh. But I want to erase. Do I like that? I don't know. Just spend like an hour on one eyelash. I think that's why I didn't do face ups for so long. It can definitely test your patience. Like last week, Angie was like, I don't have the patience. And I think my patience kind of ran a bit thin, especially with this whole acrylic paint game. See, I feel like I can get lines just as thin with my pencil crayon, but they don't look as nice. They do look pencil crayon-y. Very little pressure so it doesn't affect brush shape. Ooh, you got good cues. Are you a teacher? That is a really good face up cue. Thank you. Doesn't make the fibers spread, right? Light bulb moment. Sometimes, okay, to be honest, Violeta Doll said I think I use sideways or upside down for the lower lashes near the eyeliner, but parallel once I get to the bottom lashes. Okay. Sometimes I'll do upside down for the bottom lashes near the cheek area. Okay, near the cheek area. Okay. I'm like I kind of like this. I'm kind of okay with it, but do you go back and forth? I'm measuring now. I'm doing it. I'm measuring. Okay. So from the inner corner, I'm about a whole centimeter in. A centimeter in. A centimeter in. So kind of have a general idea of, like, that's the problem, right? Is like if you're doing an asymmetrical thing on either side, then that's okay. But if you're trying to do like a symmetrical thing, I feel like that's when it gets complicated. The light is going down outside. I'm gonna turn this up now. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, this one looks a little closer to the face, to the inner corner than this one. Oh, but I can't, like, they're pretty identical. Ugh. Or do I just add another one here? But I wanted them to be, no, let's wet this. Now I know, just a little to the right, just a touch. I suppose what's the rush though? I mean, you can spend a whole day matching up two two bottom eyelashes. And this is why custom face ups cost so much. But then you do see some artists online and they're like showing their videos and it looks like a one go type of thing. And you're like, yeah, that's just experience. Or that's just talent. Let's play the pull-up slideshow as well. Sharp lash, so it's more like a hair. Definitely with the acrylic brush and the acrylic paint in the brush, in comparison, I'll go grab my other face up, but I think in comparison, I can do this. So the problem was I was too close. I can't go dead on facing myself like this. I feel better if it's faced just slightly away from me, but oh, kind of a little bit in from where it starts to curve. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty even. Okay. Okay. Editing that. I'm going for symmetry here. I'm gonna go on this side now. I'm gonna do one that's just a little bit longer, and we want it to come out a little bit at a 45. So these ones are facing directly down. Let's say the tip of these ones are parallel to the lip line or the chin. And now I am gonna try and attempt to make a one that's just a little bit longer. Back you guys up here. Where the tip of the triangle is more parallel, let's say, to kind of like this jawline here, if we're using math. Ah, that was no good. That was no good. No. Let's try this side. I'm gonna erase that, but let's try this side. Right. Wet it. Okay. New paint. I am shaking my head. This is too wide. This is too wide. Ay, caramba. It's not easy. It's not easy, I'll tell you that much. And my stomach. This experience is making me hungry. The stress. I'm gonna switch over to the pencil, I think. It's the controlling of the brush. I feel like I have an inkling of like the pattern I want, and even kind of like some calculations with math and where I want. I think I had that one too close to the other one though. Like it was touching the other one, and I'm gonna try and redo that with them not touching. Like have them close together but not touching. Maybe. That was the issue. So OmochaCrush shared on her story, and I think this all popped up on our FYPs. We probably have similar FYPs. A custom doll by an artist. So the person who posted the doll is like Meru Bear. And I go check out this artist's page, and I really liked how they had their bottom lashes. They kind of reminded me a little bit of Poison Girl dolls, but they were very, very defined. And the paint was like pretty dark, but the lines were very thin. And they were like perfectly symmetrical, I would say, on either side. Oh my Lanta. And then I want to go over it with a bit of water because I am really paranoid, truly, about the residue thing. So it's okay. It's okay to be an erasing queen and to just erase. This is my last chance. This is my last effort. Ooh. She's so pretty. The face up that just came up before this one. There's so many different ways to do bottom lashes. Like AC/DC Ray, like look at that. There's like some thin ones, just some straight lines. I noticed with Pullip Dolls is like, yeah, a lot of them, like the stock face ups, just have straight lines. Let's try this. This is my last chance. I'm gonna try it one more time, but then, so what did I say? I said I didn't want them touching. I'm gonna go this way now. Yeah, towards the cheek. You said you go upside down. I feel like that's right for me right now anyway.
April, here is your reminder.
It's a reminder.
Photo shoot.
Oh, right, the photo shoot.
April, here is your reminder. Photo shoot.
Oh. Okay. I don't hate it. It is a little bit longer. All right. It's a bit thinner. Kind of like that it's a little bit thinner than the other one. But now it makes me want to make this one thinner. I mean the width. Well, I guess we can just edit that one. But somehow I feel like this one is still too close to the edge. But I don't know if you attest to this, Violeta Dolls, but Hime Dolls was saying that the pull-up faces really aren't identical. Yeah, this one is still too close to the inner corner. Wow. Whew. I guess if you obsess with symmetry, like I'm trying here. Just that millimeter off and I'm bothered. Not bothered, but I guess if it's not what you're going for. If you're going for symmetry and it's a millimeter off, you're gonna want to move that millimeter. I just want to erase the one line. Eep. Oh my goodness. This is daunting. Okay. I'm gonna give this a little bit more time, but then we're gonna have to move on because we were needing to go over eyelids, eye chips, which is pretty straightforward, but I feel like I've gotten a little bit more of the hang of things. Very tip, don't go over the tear duct line. I feel like, you know, there's some tips. So it did cross over at the end, but I'm gonna erase that little crossover. And now I was still too close to the inner corner, so I'm gonna go. Whew. I don't hate it. Wet it. I guess if it's half a millimeter close enough, that's not something you have to erase, maybe. Yeah, I noticed the back wasn't symmetrical, but I know Hime Dolls told me that they're just really not overly symmetrical in general. the front and, oh shoot, more obviously the back. I'm darkening the lines a bit. Feeling a little more confident. Okay, I'm gonna end up erasing the little tips where I crossed over. Somehow on this side though, I want to go parallel instead of upside down. Triangle, not touching. Oh, this one was a bit long. Oh my gosh. That's hard. I don't hate it, but I can't say that I love it. I can't say that I love it. But I don't hate it. But I don't hate it. I just wet those guys. That's my stomach. That's my stomach. This one is like, this side I like. But this side is, it seems like they're going this way. This triangle is like tilted a little more this way. It should have been more like the way, yeah. I'm not in love. I'm not in love, but I'm not in hatred either. But I'm erasing. I'm erasing. Am I erasing? It's pretty close, but I'm erasing. Maybe not the whole thing, but definitely the little tip ends. And I think I don't know. I'm not in love. I feel like afterwards I'm not going to be happy. And I need to study some more bottom lashes of other artists, maybe to find my way. I don't think I have the confidence to try all of these bottom lashes that like Minerva has, but it could be something to try. So we're going to go ahead and erase these. And I think the lesson here is as you are bringing the eyelashes out, you know, the bottom of the Pullip Doll eye obviously has a couple different directions. And you can angle the eyelashes, you know, several different ways. You can angle them directly down and then start to move at a 45, kind of following the direction of the bottom eye. You can kind of make them all at a 45, kind of like what Violeta was doing, like natural eyelashes all kind of at the 45. You could do ones coming directly down, and then start to angle here. You could start to angle here, or even, you know, you could really swoop them up from the bottom outside corner. So I think experimenting with a couple different angles, styles, you know, of course you're going to get a very different personality depending on on what you do. But, whew. That was, I learned something there. Thank you, Violet. I really did learn something about using the paintbrush and using acrylic paint. And I do aspire to give that a go again. Maybe on a full stomach. Oh, you cut off half the fibers? Oh my goodness. Like down this way? Like cut it down this way? Not, obviously not this way, but down this way. Oh my goodness. So we learned something there. Okay. That was hard. So, that was a challenge. I am going to bring back my other face plates. I think once you have them, all the lashes on though, you know, it's not perfectly symmetrical from left to right, but it's relatively close in symmetry. And these are all right, but there definitely is a texture that the watercolor pencil leaves behind. And I would like, oh my goodness, this is purple. I would like to, there we go. Sorry for shaking. I would like to give it a go with the acrylic paint, because there is a little texture that the pencil crayon leaves behind. But from far away, you know, it's not so bad. So let's move on to and it's simple stuff, but gluing in the eye chips is actually very easy. It got a little messy over here. I didn't paint the eye chips on the last stream, but OmochaCrush, Angie, she did glitter, and glitter looks really great. I actually have one of her dolls. Hold on. So this doll actually has glitter paint for her eye chips. And she's really cute. Honestly, this is one of my favorite dolls. But this is an OmochaCrush Faceup. And she is so cute. And I think, you know, once you have your outfit sorted out, you got the outfit, the wig, everything just comes together. So for the eyeliner lines, she did kind of this classic look that you see a lot on Pullip Dolls. And then bottom lashes in two different colors, red and brown. Colored in the bottom tear duct line with some pink. Did some outline with some brown wings. And then, yeah, glitter eye chips. So once your doll comes all together, like this doll is so cute. And we're going to do the lips and we're going to do the blush and the eyeshadow next week. But her eyebrows, so cute. Very similar to the other OmochaCrush doll that I have. But I love how her eyebrows are like a little bit shorter. And just some natural strokes with watercolor pencil. So adorable. I love this girl. So cute. So I just wanted to show you her eye chips. I think you can't go wrong with glitter. It's been a little bit of a hit or miss with paint for me. But I did have, and what you can do too is you can always swap out stock eye chips from other dolls to put in your iMac to test out with your Faceup. And sometimes I just wanted to add in, what I like to do is I'll just take a little bit of sticky tack and I'll put it in the iMac with the eye chips, and then I'll put the iMac in the Faceup so that I can just see what it looks like with the Faceup, what the eye chips look like with the Faceup, instead of actually gluing in the actual eye chips. Ooh, mica powders and with varnish. Ooh. Hi, Vanessa. I mixed mica powders with varnish, with the high gloss varnish, after seeing her use glitter. Oh, that is so smart. I really want to see how that looks. I know there are different kinds of, oh, I gotta close that door. Metallic paints and glitter paints. And I have seen a lot of eye chips have like that really beautiful, almost kind of like a cat eye dimension to them. And I bought some metallic paints and some glitter paints, but they didn't really do, hey Chris, the same effect. So this is what I ended up doing. I got so frustrated. But this is how I ended up painting the stock eye chips that come with your Pullip Doll Make It Own kit. And I think I did these little dots on one of them. I ended up taking like, I don't know, 2 hours just redoing these dots over and over with paint to get them to be identical. So that was pretty stressful. How are you doing, Chris? Long time no chat. How's it going? But yeah, because I took so much time to do these, I did make some resin ones today as well. But because I took so much time, I feel like I should use those ones. So these ones are still kind of dry. I ended up putting a layer of high gloss varnish on them because they kind of looked a bit cloudy. But these are some resin ones that I made with some copper metallic paint and some charms. And I might still use these ones, but I don't know. Haven't decided yet. They're still kind of drying too. I can always pop them in later. So because I, took so much time to do these ones, I may as well glue these ones in. So it's a pretty simple process. It's really easy. You just want to make sure though that if you have little gems or, little catch-light dots, you want to line them up so that they're identical. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue, on the table. Glass. Okay, yes. Because I find sometimes with the resin, they don't have, they have a cloudy kind of finish to them sometimes, but sometimes if I put the high gloss varnish over top of the resin eye chips, then I can create more of like a glassy effect. But the high gloss varnish doesn't always dry nicely. And if you are resin curing in different layers, like multiple layers of resin in your eye chip mold, I just made this with silicone, sometimes the resin cures kind of like uneven, like blobbish, and then once you put the high gloss varnish over top, then you can see the different levels of the resin and it doesn't look nice. You can really see that it looks kind of blobbish. So I am just, this is the bottom of the cradle and then this is the top. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue in here. There's leftover dried glue because this is a face up. Oh my gosh, that I ended up, just gonna clean that up later with rubbing alcohol. This is a face up that I ended up like doing, this is the third face up, almost all. Okay, so if this, so I've just have it, like when you put it back in the head, you have to line up these little prongs over top of the springs. It gets exciting when you start putting things together because you know your doll's coming together. But I do want my little catchlight dots to be, you know, somewhere on the upper left corner. And then I just did some metallic paint and I tried, I don't know if I succeeded, but I tried to ombre them a bit. Oh, right, I forgot. So the stock ones, they do just pop right in. But I guess the glue can kind of help reinforce it. I just need to push. There, so you heard the little click. So I haven't bought the stock eye chips that they sell on the Groove website, but from what I understand, they also just pop right in. But if you were using like art eye chips from an artist, like you bought them on Etsy or ones that you've painted yourself, see, they're not quite identical. I kind of didn't really get the angle correct, but you know, it's close enough. Or maybe I should have had it turned this way. See, this white dot should have just been a little bit lower. It's not exactly identical, but I think, yeah, we're gonna have to turn this one up a bit. So yeah, it takes a little bit of finicking around. And just watch, I'm gonna pop these out and put in the resin ones because I don't, I'm gonna end up not liking them. I feel like that's about to happen, but for now, let's try and even them out. Yeah, no. They're just not quite. Maybe if I go this way, I can kind of, let's try that. From the 2 hours I spent doing these white dots, and these eye chips are not identical. So it might be better to just do the mica with the resin or the glitter or just a solid color and not even mess around. Or maybe it would have been better if I just did 1 dot instead of 2. Like, why was I trying to do 2? I don't know. But now this eye chip is having a hard time popping in. Okay. It takes time. Popping these ones back out. Just with a toothpick. See if I can go this way. If it, oop. Okay. Okay. It's my long, not COVID because I took a test, but it's just this little bit of leftover coughish, phlegmish situation. Okay, so I think, yeah, no, the angle of them is not, I didn't get the angle correct here. The dots are just ever so slightly not where they should be. I made a mistake. But those are the eye chips. So I'm gonna put in different eye chips later because, yeah, these eye chips that I took 2 hours to make are not a thing. They're not a thing. As for the eyelids, what I was gonna do, which I thought would be fun. So let me bring out the eyelids here. Here are the pull-up eyelids. These are the inner corner of the eyelids. I actually went to the store and I got a bunch of eyelashes. So you'll just want to make sure, and I'm not going to glue on the eyelashes until obviously these dry, but you just want to make sure that if you have eyelashes that have, you know, shorter lashes on, let's say, the inner corner going wider, that this is the inner corner of the eyelid. And you don't want to put lashes on the eyelid. This is kind of the lash guide right here. And you don't want to go too far outside of the lash guide, because then in the actual face up itself, the eyelash, the eye mech might not close, and the eyelashes themselves will like peek out the sides. So really, this is how much space you have from here to here for eyelashes. And also with the eyelid, and I've run into this mistake a few times, is if you're gonna use like nail art stickers, I'm gonna use some little confettis. You know, I put nail art stickers on the eyelid, but then the nail art stickers got cut off here at the top. So this is really what you see on the eyelid itself. Like, and I can go ahead and just make a couple little, let's say like markings. And then that is the space of which is actually seen. So in this space, if I wanted to do a design, then I might center, you know, a few things in here. And I actually just made some eyelids kind of with the plan that I was doing today. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. And I don't even know if I followed that. I didn't make markings for these ones. But these ones are just with glitter and like little confetti that I bought. I actually got this from Temu, because Temu is kind of like AliExpress, but like things come a little bit faster. So I just used glitter, actual glitter, and then high gloss varnish. I don't know why it keeps focusing and unfocusing there. It's being weird. Pause and resume. Maybe it was something with my camera there. I don't know why it's doing that. I think it's because these things are really, really small. Oh, that's bugging me. Put them up here. Just pause that for a second and resume that again. I do not know why it's doing that. I think it's because they were really little. Yeah. But I want to see if maybe these confettis got cut off. That's what I'm getting at here. Oh no, they're okay. They're all right. Oh, perfect. So they turned out okay. They're actually in the guideline of where I wanted to go. But the problem is I was going to do eyeliner with the paint, but the paint would not go over the confetti and the high gloss varnish nicely. And I did it a few times and I ended up having to wash off the paint. So I think what I have to do is the paint first and then the design after. So we need a little bit of black paint. And I'm going to use this guy right here. So I will just do one eyelid for now. Another thing that I did want to show you is when you buy eyelashes, they come with like the stickiness on the one side of the eyelash to stick to the actual, you know, packaging. And that stickiness can sometimes get stuck on the eye chip when you're opening and closing the eye. And so I just take a little piece of paper and I just glue it to the backing of it as well. I try to remove as much of that stickiness off as possible, but you can also just use like some painter's tape and just put it over top as it's drying. But yeah, that stickiness can get stuck to your eye chip, and then you're cleaning your eye chip with the rubbing alcohol and it just gets, yeah, it gets a little bit annoying. So that is something to note and add in. I also do curl the eyelashes before I put them on because I find them to be a little bit flat. So depending on how much you want to curl them, if you curl them a lot, then they get really close to the eyelid. But if you don't curl them, then they can look really flat. So you might want to find somewhere in between. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, and I'm just going to demo this from my experience, is with painting the eyeliner line, it gets a little bit finicky, and I find that getting a perfectly straight line across, it just, you know, you could end up being an erasing queen again. So just want to mention that building from thin lines, I'm gonna pull back here. I feel so much better just going on my knee. Building from thin lines, and what I like to do is I like to start at the middle and then work my way out and then connect from the inside. So that's a very, very thin. And I do want to have it a little bit thicker than that. It's not perfect. But it's close enough. Mm, It's always that 0.5 of a millimeter you have to decide if you want to fix or let go of. Sometimes you try to fix. That 0.5 of a millimeter, and then it creates another 0.5 of a millimeter that you don't like, or it creates a whole millimeter that you don't like. Okay, that was stressful, but I got through it. So now I just have to do that again on the other side. The reality is the outer corner, like here and here, is not really going to be seen, just in those markings. But what I'll do is, after this dries, I'm going to cover it with some painter's tape so that it doesn't take off the actual paint itself. And then I'm going to do the same thing that I did with these ones and add the glitter and the little confetti charms. And I just basically put high gloss varnish, and then I just tapped on the glitter and kind of just moved the charms in place with a toothpick to where I wanted to put them. And then that way I can have a black eyeliner line with that same effect. So that is it for Eyes Continued. Again, if you want to see, go grab my Faceup, kind of how I did the eyeliner with this anime style doll face. You can see how I executed this in the last live stream from last week. And there are some video clips that Violeta Dolls put together with using acrylic paint and using a paintbrush. Thank you, Kit Kat. I am going to, Kit and Kat shop, I am going to look up this Psycho, what did you say? The Psycho Detailer. I'm actually gonna like type that in right now so I don't forget it. And I did put a link in, but I'm gonna link it again. There is a giveaway of a Pullip doll, new inbox, Cassie. So we're gonna put that here on OmochaCrush's Instagram. So you just have to pop on over to this link and you can win a brand new Pullip doll. And we are discussing, I'm just teasing it, a giveaway in March. A duo giveaway in March. So stay tuned for that. Andrew was like, I'm going to do a giveaway for you in March. I'm like, let's do it together. She did really want to come today, but her headache. I know all about the headaches. So yeah, this is just one style of eyeliner. Violeta Dolls is more of like a natural look. I kind of tried to do that same natural look with this Faceup, and she has more frowny eyebrows. All of these Faceups here in this slideshow are from the Pullip Bible. There is a link for that. I just call it the Pullip Bible, but there is a link for that in the description below. So pullipsandjunk.com. If you want to see just a huge library of Pullip doll photos and Pullip doll info and Pullip doll events from the past, and Tai Yang and Issel and everyone in the Pullip family, there's so much information on this website. You can really just enjoy the hobby from hanging out on this website. And we are next week gonna move on to like the blush and the eyeshadow, maybe talk a little bit about the lips. So try to get in as much, detail and information as we can. But yeah, these Faceups in the bottom, in the corner over here beside me, are from pullipsandjunk.com. And so you can always pull up Faceups for reference. I kind of copped these eyebrows from Pullip Étoile, the Étoile Rosette and Undo Miel. And then these ones I kind of tried to do what Violeta was doing, kind of more of the angled down And of course, there are so many different shapes of eyebrows, different eyeliner techniques, different ways to do freckles. Kit and Kat Shop talked about how you can do freckles with the splattering. You can also use a toothpick. So there's so many different techniques, so much stuff on YouTube. And yeah, we are going to continue painting dolls, and we are going to have the same birthday for our dolls. So next Sunday, hope to see you, and I will put a link up to this live stream in my Pullip Palace Instagram, and you guys all enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.